King's Gold, one of those not infrequent impulse buys that I do without really knowing anything about the game. King's Gold is a dice game. The theme is pirates. It's very loose theme because the game is basically an abstract game with very interesting components. It comes in this tin here. Inside it you will find the rules, which are, as you can see, super short. It's just a single sheet of paper. Then you find a very useful player aid on how to score, and then, even before you look at the dice, look here, look at this pouch here full of plastic coins of very good quality. I'm almost thinking you may be tempted to get this game just for the coins, just for the coins that can be used as an upgrade, as a prop in other games. But of course the game can also be played on its own and have to cannibalize it to use the components for other games. It is a dice game. You have these dice here that have 1, 2, and 3 coins. Then we have a cannon, we have a skull, and we have the crossbones. Gameplay is exceedingly simple. You roll the dice, you cannot re-roll the crossbones, otherwise you can re-roll up to twice, that is, each turn that you go you get up to 3 rolls, and then you use the dice that you have to get stuff. You may get stuff from this here, which is the main pool. Also, there will be another pool of coins, which is called the King's Gold, and needs to be placed separate. So the way we do, we use the lid, and in the lid we place the money that goes in the King's Bank that belongs to the King's Pool. And in a second I'll tell you how you score and how money is transferred from there to there and from there to the player's area. So you roll the dice, and then you form sets and you use them to score according to this nice player aid. If you have a cannon and a die, a cannon and a coin, then you take that many coins from the box and pay the king. That is, you take that many coins from the box. Here I decide to use that set, so I have 3 coins in my personal area, and then I take 3 coins and I place them with the King's Gold. If I have a skull, and a coin die, then I take that many coins from a player of my choice. I simply steal those coins. If all of my dice show coins, then I take all the coins from the King's Gold, and unless that roll occurs earlier in the game, that may mean that you win the game. Or, well, if you're playing multiple players, there's a chance that then players gang up against you and they steal your money. They use a lot of skulls to take the King's Gold from you. But if you're playing with 2 players, which is possible, then getting all coins pretty much means that you will win the game. All skulls, then you take all the coin from a player of your choice. Again, with multiple players, not a problem. All cannons, that you take all the coins from the box ending the game, because this is how the game ends. You will do your rolls, you will get coins, steal coins, put coins in there, continue like this until the initial supply is empty, and at that point the game is over and you see who has the most coins. But if you take all of the coins from the initial supply, then the game is over immediately. Pretty much, again, a game-breaking apocalypse, sort of like end of the world bomb. With 3 crossbones, then you cannot, remember, you cannot reroll crossbones, and if you roll 3, then your turn is over, even if you potentially had other rerolls, or if at the end of your rolls you don't have any viable combo, like this would be in this case. So no combos or 3 crossbones, then you add 3 of your own coins to the King's Gold. And this is how it works. It's that simple. Now, the game changes vastly depending on the number of players. With 2 players, these take all coins from here or there pretty much mean that you will win the game. Well, here there's a chance actually that towards the end of the game, you roll these, and then you get all of the coins from there, and you still don't win the game. But generally speaking, that means that these 3 rolls, or coins, all skulls, or all cannons, are just too powerful, too random. Mind you, we're playing a dice game, so you expect a lot of randomness, but this is just too much. The game is not long, but even if I play 5-6 minutes, and then a single die roll gives victory to one of the players, it feels too anticlimactic, it feels too annoying. So, when I play with 2 players, which usually occurs with my 6-year-old daughter Amelia, we made the following modifications. all skulls and all cannons, then you simply take 3 coins from there. All coins, you take from there the number of coins that you see here. In this case, look at the player rate, there will be 4, 6, 8, 9 coins. It's still a big reward, it's still a big prize, it's still good to go for that one, but it's not so game-breaking as it could be. If you got all that much, I don't even know that would be possible, but you get a ton of coins in a single die roll with 2 players, not much opportunity to gang up against whoever got that. Again, we have a single die roll that determines the game. You just give the player number of coins there with all coins, and it's pretty good reward, but not game breaking. So we made those little changes. We adopted these personal variants when we play with 2 players. With multiple players, you don't have that problem again because you're ahead, and if we all start using skulls consistently by the time the game goes back to you, we would have taken 6, 7, 10 coins from you, and that is good for us. So that keeps things balanced. But of course, that will not always happen, luckily enough, because otherwise it just means that the money is moving around and the game never ends, because that may occur a lot, but then of course from time to time there will be money that is taken from there, but also then from there goes here, and that creates the countdown. For the game. In general, even with multiple players, I don't like the idea of a single die roll that may end the game prematurely. It just feels too random. And again, I'm aware I'm playing a game with these little thingies here, but gee, at least a little bit of, I don't know, of architecture, of overall structure. This being said, it's a very, 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 very light game. Did I mention that it's a very light game with very few decisions? It's a game to play with very casual gamers or with non-gamers at all, that you do not necessarily even think that you will want to recruit to become gamers. If you think Ticket to Ride is going to be too hard for them, but there's an opportunity to play games with them, then by all means this could be a good choice. You can chat, you can talk, you can drink while you're playing this game. Also a good game if you're playing it with kids, without the drinking part in that case maybe. It's a good game for kids, but for adults, I think it's too light for most people that play games. Again, play with those that don't play games. Usually I'd be like, whoa, I never thought that gaming could be so subtle and deep. But it's really obvious. If I can steal money from somebody else, I'll do that before taking it from the king. If I'm not ahead, if I am ahead anyways, maybe I may consider taking it from the king because I want the game to end before other things happen. If I can choose between a 3 and a 1 and a 2, which one will I choose? Again, not many choices there. So there are just many things that you will do, but they're all pretty obvious. The strategy is just not there. And again, the advantage is a very casual game, but the disadvantage is that it is a very casual game. So just don't play when you want a game that has a little more meat. There's definitely more tofu than meat in it. King's Goal, nevertheless, may have its role in a player's collection, a gamer's collection. I don't mind that I have it. It's not gonna win my personal award for best dice game or best game of the year anytime soon. But from time to time, to play with my daughter Amelia, 6-year-old, before going to bed, very light, very simple, so she doesn't get all worked up, and then that plays against the routine of the bedtime routine. So I'm happy I have it. I played a couple of times. I may play it a couple of times more, but I don't see this, as one of the best games in my collection. It's an okay game. I would say.